Good evening, guys. For tonight's D, we have a article, keeping your brain sharp as you age. Okay, it's an achievable goal to remain mentally sharp while aging, or is it a pipe dream? It's entirely possible if you cultivate habits throughout your life that are beneficial to brain function. As a researcher in cognitive neuroscience and the neuropsychology of aging processes, I aim to shed light on the ways we can maintain good cognitive health while aging in light of recent scientific advances. Just a minute, guys. I gotta go turn lights on. I'll be right with you. Okay? Give me 1 second, please. Let me put my gear on, and I'll be right with you. As a researcher in cognitive neuroscience and the neuropsychology of aging processes, I aim to shed light on the ways we can maintain good cognitive health while aging in light of recent scientific advances. The importance of cognitive reserve. One of the most effective strategies research, research has identified is developing and maintaining good cognitive reserve. Cognitive reserve refers to the brain's ability to resist the effects of aging or neurodegenerative diseases without resulting in significant functional decline. This concept is now central to approaches for preventing cognitive decline. In its report, Dementia Prevention Interventions and Care, updated in 2024, the Land set highlighted the fact that 45% of dementia cases could be prevented or delayed by addressing 14 modifiable risk factors. These factors include physical inactivity, depression, and social isolation. But one of the most one of the earliest and most significant factors is having low level of education. Research shows many cases of dementia are preventable. Dr. Andrew Huberman, how exercise increases mental clarity beyond education. Education has long been considered the main indicator of cognitive reserve. It reflects prolonged exposure to in- intellectually stimulating activities that promote the development of executive brain networks. But this view is now considered incomplete. Cognitive reserve is not fixed. In childhood or adulthood, it can be built, maintained, and even amplified throughout life through different experiences, including learning, rich social interactions, and cognitively stimulating leisure activities. Specific examples of these activities include playing a musical instrument or complex board games such as chess, or participating in volunteer activities that require planning and problem solving skills. Understanding cognitive reserve. Scientific research offers several complementary models for understanding the mechanisms of cognitive reserve. Some focus on the structure of the brain itself, suggesting that characteristics such as the number of neurons influence the brain's tolerance of damage. This is the brain's reserve model, which is based on the idea that some people are born with a greater number of neurons, establishing them to cope better with aging. Others argue the active lifestyle can slow down the effects of brain aging by strengthening biological resilience. For example, the brain's ability to remain intact and functional as it ages, showing few visible signs of deterioration despite age. This is the brain maintenance model. A third set of models emphasizes the functional flexibility of the brain, which allows it to mobilize its resources definitely or recruit alternative neural networks to compensate for age-related losses. This is known as cognitive reserve model. These different models are part of a common conceptual framework that distinguishes between brain reserve, brain maintenance, and cognitive reserve. Each model is based on a specific area or idea, but they are complementary and supported by impractical data. The cognitive reserve model remains the most widely studied, particularly because of its link to modifiable factors such as level of education and regular participation in cognitively stimulating activities. Cognitive reserve is dynamic. This classification helps to harmonize research and effectively guide prevention strategies. Above all, it reminds us that far from being a fixed entry, cognitive reserve evolves due to interactions with experience and learning, and can therefore be strengthened throughout life. Recent work supports this dynamic view. A team of Quebec researchers, of which I am a member, has shown that structured learning of memory strategies, including the method of LOCI, associating each piece of information with a familiar place, or mental visualization, transforming information transforming information into images to better retain it, can induce significant changes in brain activity. A combination of increases and decreases in activation, including variations in the level of activity in different areas of the brain, was observed in different brain regions during the phases of learning and recalling information. This observation reflects the fact that The use of memory strategies allows for greater functional flexibility in the brain. The results also showed that in more educated individuals, certain regions are activated in more targeted manner. During learning and recall, suggesting that their brains use more effective strategies. Other research has shown also highlighted the role of education in brain structure and function. A study I conducted with colleagues highlighted an association between years of schooling, volume of gray matter, and brain activation in the context of memory. Another study in which I participated showed greater flexibility of activation according to tasks, complexity, and more educated individuals. All of this research confirms that cognitive reserve can be developed with experience and modulated by cognitive training at any age, stimulating your brain while having fun. In the same vein, the engaged study by the Canadian Consortium on Aging and Neurodegeneration aims to study the behavioral and neuropsychological effects of cognitively stimulating leisure activities in older adults. The hybrid intervention combines formal cognitive training, memorization strategies, attention with structured leisure activities such as learning music in a second language or video games. It offers ecological model, in other words, an approach that is close to real life conditions, enjoyable and motivating, uh, and conductive to, to sustain engagement by demonstrating that these neural interventions produce effects. Comparable to those of traditional cognitive training programs, which often consists of repetitive exercises done on a computer or on paper to work on functions such as memory or concentration. Engage could engage could transform approaches to preventing age-related cognitive decline. Learning other learning another language. In my neuropsychology of aging laboratory, neuroage at the University of Quebec at Trios Rivers UQTR. We are conducting complementary project in collaboration with Professors Paul John from the Department of Modern Languages and Translation and Simon Rigaud from the Department of Give me 1 second. Psychology. We are exploring the effects of learning English as a second language on cognition and brain activity in older adults. Using protocol that integrates classes, tutoring, and cognitive and encephalopathy measurements. This project aims to document the cognitive and neural benefits of meaningful motivating and accessible learning. Primarily, results are promising and support the idea that intellectual engagement, even when started later in life, can generate measurable benefits. Okay, guys, so that is it for tonight for shows. I will see everybody tomorrow for shows. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.